Yeah, so really common problem. Seen it many times. I would say, you know, everyone's, typically most organizations' pain points is the bandwidth, and perhaps not having as many people on the training team that is necessary. I have gotten around this with a few ways. So the first one being leverage training you already have. So use your internal employee training, use the customer training that you have, leverage all of it, and just kind of Frankenstein it together into a program that will be successful, or give the required information for those partners. The other piece of that is, and I had this issue, I was managing by myself a fairly large partner program, and it was not my only area of responsibility at the time. So I really did have to look at using my efforts really wisely. The way that I did that, you could also consider tiering your partners. And what I did in that instance is I spent a little more one-on-one time with those partners that were really engaged, that we were already seeing, you know, a lot of success with, or that were perhaps the larger partners that had the more potential for success. And it's going to be really clear to you, or whoever is owning partner enablement, as you're working with your partners, and as long as you're looking at those results, it's going to be clear to you which ones fit into those categories. So that's one way to do it, is to tier it and sort of have you know, kind of more of an official program where your touch points are really dependent on the type of partner it is. The other way, I'm going to give you two other options because I've seen quite a few ways to get around this. One is to do a lot of automation. So that was another piece that I implemented in that same scenario I was speaking about. We put the onus on the partners to track. Basically, we had them identify one touch point person who would be responsible for driving the enablement within their organization, and then we automated monthly reporting to those individuals that would be responsible for it, so that they could see on a regular basis what training their internal employees had done on the partnership training, what certifications they had done, and really put the onus on the partner. And then again, it became very clear very quickly which of those partners were willing to put skin in the game and go through and really do the learning that was required, and those that were just looky-loos, not really looking to invest their time and effort. The final one that I really recommend, especially on the partner side, I typically reduced quite drastically the amount of in-person or instructor-led training, and did as much as possible on the e-learning and automated side of learning. Obviously, they need to be able to have access to real people to ask questions, to dive deeper, so they still need some of that. But I really was very strategic in choosing those pieces of the enablement that was done by an actual physical person.